Hello class 10 students, welcome back to my channel Learn with Ease. Do subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. As you know, every year CBSE issues a sample paper. This year too it issued one along with the marking scheme. Looking at section B, that is writing skills and grammar. Grammar carries 10 marks. 4 questions out of 12 questions given in the sample paper in grammar are on reported speech. This is one aspect of grammar where one needs to be very careful while attempting the given questions. Let's try a few examples step by step and then go to CBSE pattern with a few more examples in that pattern. This video has 12 basic examples. They are in traditional format. Once you are thorough with it, we can practice CBSE format as the rules of conversion remain the same in any format. But before that, let me brief you about the colors. Comma and inverted commas are in purple color as they will be replaced by something else in reported speech. Words exactly spoken by Shekhar are seen in inverted commas. Words in red in direct speech are the words to be converted as per the rules. So let's get started. The first example is Shekhar said, I am the president. So now I'm converting this sentence which is in direct speech into indirect speech or reported speech. So the sentence in reported speech is Shekhar said that. I have written that because I had to remove comma and inverted commas. I changes to he. Am, which is changes to was because is, which is in simple present tense, changes to simple past tense, that is was, and the president remains the same. As you can see on the screen, there are no inverted commas in reported speech. Now let's see the second example. Shekhar said, I was the president. Let's see the sentence in reported speech. Shekhar said that. I changes to he. Was, which is in simple past tense, changes to past perfect tense, and that is had been. The president remains the same. The third example is Shekhar said, I have eaten food. And the answer is Shekhar said that. I changes to he, have changes to had. So he had eaten food. The fourth example is Shekhar said, Suman has eaten food. So the answer is Shekhar said that Suman has changes to had eaten food. Now let's look at the fifth example. Shekhar said, I am reading a book. And the answer is Shekhar said that. I changes to he. Am, which is changes to was. He was reading a book. Now let's see the sixth example. Shekhar said, I was reading a book. So the answer is Shekhar said that. I changes to he. Was, which is in simple past tense, changes to past perfect tense. So had been reading a book. Let's see the seventh example. Shekhar said to Praneeth, it will rain tomorrow. Now the seventh example is different because I have not used said, but I have used said to. So the answer is said to changes to told. So Shekhar told Praneeth that it will changes to would. Rain tomorrow changes to the next day. The eighth example is Shekhar said to Praneeth, is it a holiday today? Oh, wow, now eighth example is completely different because the sentence in direct speech is in question form. As you can see, a question mark. So in the answer, when it is converted into reported speech, said to does not change to told. It changes to asked because there is a question mark. So Shekhar asked Praneeth. Now how do you break comma and inverted comma in an example where there is a question mark? Just look at the words in inverted commas. Is it a holiday today? Now just see if you can answer this question in yes or no. If I ask you this question, what will be your answer? Yes, it is a holiday today. No, it is not a holiday today. So because this question, which is in inverted commas, can be answered in yes or no. We have to break the comma and inverted commas using if. Okay, so Shekhar asked Praneeth if. Now after if, or you can use whether also, the next word should be a noun or a pronoun. So it is a pronoun, right? It is changes to was, a holiday, today changes to that day. I hope it is clear. Now let's look at the 9th example. Shekhar said to Praneeth, did you do your work? Let's see the words in inverted commas. Did you do your work? Yes, I did my work. No, I did not do my work. So I have underlined the words did, do because it is taken as one unit when you are converting it into indirect speech or reported speech. Did, do obviously, as you can see on the screen, is in simple past tense, so it will be converted into past perfect tense. So the answer is Shekhar asked Praneeth, because you can answer this question in yes or no. Break the comma and inverted commas using if. As I mentioned in the previous example, after if, the next word should be a noun or a pronoun. So you changes to he. Did, do, which is in past tense, gets converted to past perfect, that is had done. Your, his work. Now let's look at the 10th example. Shekhar said to Praneeth, how are you? Let's see the words in inverted commas. How are you? Can you answer this in yes or no? I don't think so. When I ask you how are you, will you say yes or no? You can't say that because these words or this question cannot be answered in yes or no. To break the comma and inverted commas in reported speech, you have to use the first word after inverted comma. So let's see the answer. Shekhar asked Praneeth, how? We are using how here and not if or whether because the question cannot be answered in yes or no. The question has a specific answer. How? The rule remains the same. As I told you, after if or whether, the next word should be a noun or a pronoun. So even after how, the next word should be a noun or a pronoun. How? He. You changes to he. Are, which is in this example, gets converted to was. Now let's see the 11th example. Shekhar said to Praneeth, who are you? So you cannot answer this question in yes or no. So you cannot break the comma and inverted commas using if or whether. You have to use the word who, which is the first word after inverted commas, to break the comma and inverted commas. So the answer is Shekhar asked Praneeth, who? So the next word here also should be a noun or a pronoun. So you changes to he. Are, which is in this example, changes to was. So Shekhar asked Praneeth who he was. Now let's look at the last example. Shekhar said to Praneeth, where were you yesterday? So the answer is Shekhar asked Praneeth, as you cannot answer this question in yes or no, so you cannot use if or whether. So use the first word after inverted commas. Where, the next word after where should be a noun or a pronoun. You changes to he. So where he were, which is in simple past tense, gets converted to past perfect tense. So were changes to had been. Where he had been, yesterday changes to the previous day. So the complete answer is Shekhar asked Praneeth where he had been the previous day.